Hello, everyone. It is Fearless Friday, and you're here with your fearless female host, Nikita Ross. Also, I'm here with my friend, Khia. Yes, she is an executive global business operator. That is so wrong. She gonna fix it. What is it again?
Executive Global Business Operations.
Oh, I was almost right.
You
I thought I was gonna really mess it up. There we go. I feel so good. I only missed a little bit at the end. Operations.
That's right.
But she's a big, big deal. You actually received this promotion end of last year.
It was last year. It was a full year ago.
Full year ago.
Rocking and rolling.
Rocking and rolling, but she's rising to the top with Baker Hughes. She started with GE.
Yep.
Got bought out by
Baker Hughes.
yes.
The merger.
And literally, this is her job since college.
Yes. 15 years. 15 years.
15
with the same
years.
company.
And the funny thing about it is, Khia, we were talking before the show. She could talk about so many things related to Fearless Female, whether it be focus, like we had on Monday, whether it be faith,
Yes.
moving to all these different countries,
Absolutely.
finances, and fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Managing this $1 million operation, this
Yes.
company, and also being a good steward of your own personal
Absolutely.
resources.
It's important.
And just like the fundamentals of life, having these core values that we talked about last night. But tonight we're going to talk about family because why? Even though she's great in so many different other areas, I love the way Khia balances family in the midst of being a fearless female.
Thank you, Keitha. And I was sharing with her before the show started. We were looking at your page. You have such a beautiful family, and I admire that about you. And I love my family as well, and they are a part of who I am. And so I'm happy to speak about family and would welcome any conversation.
And one thing about family, family, we have the immediate family. Your children, your husband, and your mom, and your sisters, and your brothers. But then we also have this extension of family, the friends that become family.
Absolutely.
Who, may not be blood kin, but been through so much with you.
Yeah.
And, you can count on them, depend on them. So today, let me tell you our highlights. We're going to hit a whole lot of different topics. Managing your core, your household, your in-house family, right? Then spending time with your sister and your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to balance that.
Yes.
Then hanging out with your girls.
Yes.
And then the
Priorities.
real thing,
Yes.
the real thing, that's self-care.
Yes. Self-care is so important, and that's a lot of times what we forget about. We try to do so many things for so many other people, and we try to be so much for many other people, but we got to take care of ourselves first. You think about on a plane, right? They tell you to put your mask on first before you can help somebody else, and so I'm really big on self-care. I meditate every day. I go to the gym almost every morning before everybody is waking up because I need that me time, right? If I'm a good me, then I can be a better for you, me for you.
Do you have these conversations with girlfriends often about this balance and this self-care?
Yeah.
Because a lot of time, and I know for me in a salon, so many women be like, oh, I don't do anything for myself. I have to do everything for the kids, this job, this. I'm like, oh, no, you got to do something for self.
You do.
Like, I am an advocate
You do.
of self.
You have to take time out for yourself. You have to block your calendar. That, my calendar manages me, I say, and respect the purple for all of those in corporate America that or just use Outlook, not even corporate America, right? But respect the purple. Block that time out for you. I'm out of office. I am working out from 5 to 6. I am in the steam room from 6 to 6:30. That's where I am. And letting people know what you expect of them and how you need them to support you to take care of yourself is important too, right? So self-care, and I've just gotten into meditation. We had a session at the office dealing with all the racial injustice, right? And we wanted to think about what do we bring to our African Americans at Baker Hughes, and what do we want to say in this time with so much racial injustice. And so we had someone come in. Her name is TK Kenlow, and she really introduced me to meditation. So I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks, and I'll tell you, even in addition to taking care of your body, taking care of your mind is so important. You get to determine where your thoughts go, right, in that moment. And so taking care of your mind is so important. And so meditation has been something that I've been doing here recently that's really changed the game.
I took a deep sigh because the meditation is a stillness.
Yes.
And not only that, being still and not thinking about something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's the being still part, like, that's easy.
Yes.
So literally be still and declutter. Do not think about when we get through meditating. Don't forget to put those clothes in the wash.
Exactly.
No, I'm serious.
Yes. Don't put the clothes in the wash. What do I have to do in 20 minutes? What do I have to
Check those emails.
Yes.
Like, you really That is the thing about meditation, getting out of your own head.
Yes, getting out of your own head. And it takes practice, right? We're not all going to do it right the first time, but going back and trying it again. And it's 5 minutes today, but it's 15 minutes tomorrow, and it's 20 minutes. But allow yourself to be present. Allow yourself to let go of everything else and focus on you. And I think that your day is so much more decluttered because you have a sense of clarity at the beginning. And so that has been a game changer for me.
Yeah,
and then
I
getting
know it
back
has
into that
been.
gym. I'm telling you, getting back, I couldn't wait. Look, I don't go a lot of places. We're still in this pandemic, but I needed the gym to open up. I really did.
Just a getaway. A safe haven, but a getaway where you won't be judged.
That's right.
They see you at the turkey leg hut, and it's like no social distancing.
Right.
But if you're in the gym, it's like, well, she is at the gym, though.
She
You know
is
what I
in the
mean?
steam room,
No judgment zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's so serious because when you talk about the meditation and the order and the flow of your day, just imagine when you wake up early, i.e. 4:30, and you go to the gym and you pace your morning.
That's right.
Opposed to waking up at 7:45 and
Flying.
you're rushing.
Yeah.
And it's like you can never catch up throughout the day.
That's right.
You're getting things done, but it's a hairy day.
Right. And that's added stress. That's unnecessary. That if you took the time to wake up 30 minutes, 45 minutes before you actually have to do something, that's what you instill in your systems for the day. That's how you instill that's how you run and lead your family and lead your day. Because if you are right, if you are clear-minded, whatever faces you that day, you can face if you have a clear mind. But if you're already off, when you start your day, you're going to be off for the rest of the day.
So you have a husband and 2 sons.
Yep.
2 sons who are active in activities,
Yeah.
programs. So how do
They
you
keep you
manage
busy.
that?
Yeah. So I really think it's about systems. So first of all, I have an amazing husband.
Yes.
that
And
is-
mom.
And mom that is
Come
my
on, family.
support
Yes,
system,
yes.
right? That is my rock, right? And I support them as well. And so I now have to use 2 hands to count on how many family members actually live in Houston with me now. 7 years ago when we moved here, we were the only 2 here. And then we had 2 small children. And so my mom moved and my stepdad moved and then her sister moved. So that is the family that is supporting us in this journey of life, right? And we're supporting them. And so it's all about, I think it's really about systems. It's about setting expectations, about revisiting those expectations at some frequency. We do it monthly as life changes, and then we're really doing it like weekly now because of the pandemic and how everything has changed, working from home.
So when you say
homeschooling.
revisit, what does that entail?
What does your day look like? What do I need from you, dear husband? What does your days look like? What do I need from you, wife? Right? What do the children need? What is it that we have on their schedule?
No assumptions.
Yeah, no assumptions. Let's lay it out.
No
Who's
expectations.
picking up
Let's be
where?
clear.
Yes, Grammy Camp is every Tuesday. Last week it was, last couple weeks it was every Wednesday. So it's setting clear expectations, being open to change, being flexible, but going in knowing what you have up against you. And facing the week together.
So you have these systems in place where
Yeah.
you have this, y'all actually talk and know what's going on with the
Yeah.
kids. Not just you.
Yeah.
It's a partnership.
That's right.
So that's another key element.
That's right.
I mean,
And saving time for each other, right? So you deal with the kids. So I'm mom, I'm sister, I'm daughter, I'm auntie. My niece lives here. I love spending time with her. But it's how do you plan your days, right? How do you look at your week, your month, your year so that you are, one, taking care of yourself. And that's what I do is I take care of myself first. So the gym and meditation, that's me. That's first before anybody else, right? But then how do you balance and how do you pre-plan, almost like project management? How do you you are a whiz at it, Keitha, and how do you pre-plan and how do you project manage your life so that everybody is getting taken care of? And you'll miss some days. There'll be some weeks that are off, but because you have a system in place, you'll get right back on track. Yeah.
So where does Chuck fit in the scheme of things?
He is my
And when I say that, meaning we know you're partners, right?
yeah.
And you guys date.
Yeah.
What is the frequency like? And even when you can't date, like,
Right.
what does their love language look like in the midst of this madness right now?
So we used to do day dates because the kids would be in school, right? So once a month we had day dates that were blocked on our calendar. I told you the calendar manages me religiously, right? So we do day dates where we'll go to a movie together, or we'll go to lunch, or we'll do something together, to spend some time, one-on-one time with each other. And then we'll have some evening dates, right? So mom's here. She'll take the kids. My mama is amazing, right? She will take them anytime. I'm from a small town and grew up with my grandmother around the corner. So I used to feel guilty that my mom didn't live here with the kids. And now that she's here, she's more than made up for the lost time, right, with them. And so we try to spend at least one night every month going out, just the two of us, right? Is that enough? Probably not. But is that something that we can handle and can stick to and really thrive in? And
I think once a month is great. That's what we do, and it works for us because it gives us something to look forward to.
Exactly.
And I tell people sometimes when you do things all the time, it feels ritual.
You take it for granted.
And it feels routine. It's like, oh, get ready for date night.
Right.
Like it's almost begrudgingly.
Every Friday is date night. I don't subscribe to every Friday being date night, because then to your point it becomes, but I want to get dressed up. I want to, put my makeup on. I want to step out with my husband. And I want to, go and do the things that we did before kids and with kids, so that's how we keep things and keep the spice alive.
Yeah, the balance is key. Like you said, with the children. First, self first.
Yeah.
The systems,
first thing.
The systems to deal with the children next.
Yep.
Husband, date night.
Yes.
And now, how do you fit girlfriends into the scheme of things?
So girlfriends, I love spending time with, and I'm very picky, right? I don't have infinite time. So the people that I choose to spend my time with is very strategic, right? We are there for each other. We're a family, right? We are supporting each other. We're encouraging each other. We are setting each other straight. We're counseling each other. We are going through life together as another form of partnership. And so I have to have my girl time because that's another outlet for me, right? I need to go and sit and chat and relax and go to a rooftop.
That girl time is a whole different type of time. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you.
And anybody who don't have girl time, I really feel sorry.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
You need it. You need that outlet. I was a big girlfriend before I got married, and I was consciously making sure that I kept my friendships intact. Because you can go on life and you can get married and you can have kids, and before you know it, that's who you are. You're your only mom, your only wife, but then you've lost who you are. I am still Khia, very much so. I still have friendships that I've had for 20 and 30 years. We get together, but that's just a part of who I am. It's a part of my life, and it's a part of, my husband knows it as well, right? And he has his guy time. That's important. Go do your golf trip, be out. He's an alpha, and so he does his fraternity trip every year as well. Now things have changed obviously this year, but it's important. It's important to have girl talk.
It is, and because you know what, for instance, this morning I called my husband because I said, you know what, I'm not gonna call nobody else. I'm gonna call JJ. I called him, and it's not the same.
Yeah,
and he's like, okay, yeah, babe, yeah, I get it. I don't know, babe. I don't know why. When your girlfriend be like,
what?
Exactly. And I'm laughing on the phone. I'm laughing at myself because
that's not who you're supposed to call.
I'm laughing inside because I was like, you already knew his response. He was like, yeah, babe, yeah. But your girlfriend be like, that don't make no sense. Tell me again.
Nope.
It's a
Run
whole
it back.
different type of emotion.
Yep. Run it back.
It
No,
is.
no, I'm not sure about that one. So you need that girl time to just not that you're talking about your family life or whatever. It's just an outlet, right?
Yes.
It's an outlet for you to enjoy yourself and have fun. And that's what fearless females do, right? They put fun as a priority. They take care of themselves as a priority. They step up to the challenge every time, they're called upon. And so I think I draw it and I connect it to the fearless female. You are a priority. If you're not a priority, you're not a fearless female. You have to make yourself a priority, because if you are the best you, then you can be the best you for the rest of the people.
It's like the foundation.
It is.
You're like the foundation of it all.
Yeah.
So once you have such a strong foundation, you're solid, you're good. Everything else around you that you build up, those friendships, that family, that marriage, those children, when you're solid, it's easier to have the other solid layers.
That's right.
You know when
you've missed church for a couple weeks,
oh,
you're like, oh, I know when I miss my girlfriends for a couple weeks, or I miss date night, or we miss whatever. It's like,
You feel
okay,
that void.
you do, and you really need it.
You do need it.
Yeah.
So you mentioned fearless females.
Mm-hmm.
Who are a few fearless females in your life that just keep you going, even like work, church,
Yeah.
family?
Yeah, so I've got several fearless females in my life. I'm fortunate to have really a lot of strong women in my family. So I think about my mom, right, who is fearless and will go to bat and will, step out on faith on many things, has, tried many things, has been an entrepreneur, has been in corporate America, has done many. So I think about my mom in the fearless female space. My aunt, who is really demonstrating her fearlessness. Shout out to Saturation Ministries.
Yes, Aunt Carla.
My Aunt Carla
Yes.
has just started a church. She's had a calling on her life for many years, but you know how it is when you got to accept that call, right? And so she has stepped out on faith and is doing an amazing job, has a new podcast herself. And so she is a fearless female that I look up to, even at whatever stage in life you are. Still going to get it, still going to shine, still going on the next venture and stepping out on faith. I think about some icons. I'm a student of leadership. And so I study a lot of women leaders. And Dorothy Height, who is a soror of mine, right, was a fearless leader. Fearless activist on many occasions, and with the United Negro College Fund, raising so much money and being out there. I had an opportunity to have breakfast with her and just pick her brain on some of the experiences she had at one of our national conventions. And so just the experiences she's had in her life. And as we are in this space of racial injustice, right, and we think about what people before us went through and where we are today, think about how fearless those women had to be. Those women and men had to be to get through their situation. And so, it is my responsibility to deliver. It is my responsibility to be who I am. It is my responsibility to be fearless because of what they've done for us.
And it's your responsibility not to take it for granted.
That's right.
That is what it is. I think we take, we have so many liberties. We take things for granted.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This climate has definitely created a shift. We had one shift with COVID,
Right.
but it's a whole new shift,
It
a whole
is.
new feeling, a whole new obligation.
Mm-hmm.
An obligation to yourself,
Yeah.
to your family,
Yeah.
and your community.
Right.
And making sure that your kids are aware of the history and the heritage.
You got it. And so Juneteenth is coming, right? Juneteenth is typically, a holiday celebrated in Texas, right, from Galveston, and when they announced that there was abolishment of slavery. Well, I hadn't really grown up celebrating Juneteenth, but my children are Texans, right, and they are Black boys, right, and so we are really going to do it big and celebrate Juneteenth. Make sure they know about it. Make sure they understand what it means. Make sure they know about the heritage. And so we've got a responsibility to make sure that history is not lost, because if we don't know our history, it repeats itself.
Every time.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it now. We're seeing clips from 1960.
Yeah, and it looks like today.
Look, just black and white in color.
Yes.
That is the
Yes.
only
Tear gas.
That's the only thing difference. But yeah, we definitely owe that to our children, and sharing that, not being ashamed
Right.
of where we come from.
And I'm proud of the company that I work for. I'm at Baker Hughes, and it's a Fortune 50 company, right? And so corporate America, and I lead the African American Forum, which is...
That's how I actually met you.
Yes, exactly. That is how we met. And so I'm the enterprise leader for the African American Forum. And so it is a employee resource group for all the African Americans in the company. And so it is really our duty and responsibility to show up and represent African Americans to the company as a people. And so we're doing things like bringing speakers in and talking about racial injustice, white privilege, and being provocative, right? And being thoughtful about the conversations around empathy and, what it means to be Black in America, what it means to be Asian in America. And so really leaning in to the discussions and being provocative.
I'm smiling because I'm like, I wish I could be a fly on
Yes.
the wall. When do these discussions start?
So, and our chairman, actually, I talked about T.K. Kenlow that joined us a couple weeks ago
for the
and did the
meditation.
meditation. Our chairman is right behind us. He's like, look, there is no space for
I love
this in the company. I want
love it.
every employee to feel like they are welcome and they can flourish and they can live their dreams. So we've got the support of the leadership team as well. And so you've got the leadership and support behind you. And now it's time for the conversation is now, and the conversation is being had.
And I love the fact that you said provocative. Like,
Yeah.
we're not tiptoeing.
No, not at all.
No, we're not. We're coming
not.
in. We're being polite. We're not trying to be rude, but being
Yeah.
very clear and not trying to sugarcoat it,
That's
dilute
right.
it.
That's right.
I love
It
that.
is what it is, and we're going to call it what it is, and we're going to deal with it, right? And so we have an opportunity to change the culture within our company, and so we are doing that.
So you've been with that company 15 years.
Yep.
Is you-
Started with GE, and we were
Oh, right,
merged,
correct.
with Baker Hughes. So even though I've been with one company for 15 years, I feel like I've been in so many different companies because I've had different assignments. I've lived in different parts of the world, and but yeah, it's been an amazing ride.
This African American Forum, how many members are a part of that?
There are so in the company, there's about 66,000 employees.
Okay.
African Americans about 3,500, and we've got close to that many that are a part of the African American Forum.
And how long have you been in leadership over that?
I just stepped into the role about 5 months ago.
Okay.
So I was asked to come and lead and take over the organization and steer us where we need to go and have some of those dialogues. So it is an honor and a privilege, and it is a responsibility to do.
It is.
Right.
And you actually took the role in different times like that.
Yes.
But this is probably the time where you will see so much change and
That's
have so
right.
much impact, and you will leave a legacy. You're going to be like the legacy lead. I mean, seriously, after whatever manifests over the
Right.
next year or two,
Right.
I don't know how long your role is, but this is really going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Because some years are a little more dormant than others.
That's right. But this is the time.
Oh, yeah. This
Now
is
is
the
the time.
It is. Yeah,
And
you definitely will be
The
leaving something
culture
behind.
at the company is such that we can shape it, and empathy is the discussion, and empathy is the topic, and how do we value all of our employees and their experiences and make this a better place to work.
Okay, I like that.
Yes.
That's good stuff, though. Seriously, Kia. Another thing I love is, what I love about Kia being here tonight, which is different than other nights. A lot of times my guests are entrepreneurs. I want you to know that being fearless doesn't mean you have to be an entrepreneur. It
That's
doesn't
right.
mean that. And it definitely means that you're just fearless in your own right, wherever that is, whether it be in corporate America,
Yeah.
whether it be in outside forums,
Yep.
whether it be at church or at home.
Right.
I want people to understand that, because a lot of times people think that
You have to start your own business.
yeah,
But now I do have my own
you
business.
do, but I bet you this is partnering. It's complementing.
It is.
It's complementing what you're currently
Supplementary.
doing.
Yeah, it is definitely complementary, supplementary, but this corporate path is where I've been able to make the largest mark and affect lives and change in a way that has worked for myself and my family. And so I think the world of entrepreneurs, it is hard work. It is hard work. It is hard work in corporate America, right? But everybody's path is different, and we need to make sure that we appreciate this all around. There are things to learn in corporate America, even when you want to be an entrepreneur. Sometimes you need to take some time and spend the first 5 years. That's my coaching a lot of times to entrepreneurs. Spend the first 5 years of your career. Learn those, because I'm a systems thinking person, right? Design thinking systems. Learn those systems. Learn those tools. Go to that corporation. This is what I talk to a lot of the young women at my church. And look, you are absolutely in your own right. Go and build your empire on your own name, but go and understand how business is done. Go
agree.
understand the fundamentals. Go understand customer service. Go understand how to treat a client. Go understand how to pay your books and how the supply chain works, right? Go get those learnings and then use those learnings to better support your business.
And use those learnings while you're getting paid to learn.
That's right.
Because see, as an entrepreneur, you have to pay to take those classes. I say that all the time when I'm in cosmetology schools.
Yeah.
I go to cosmetology schools and I do demonstrations for a day classes, things of that nature. And a lot of those students want to leave school and go straight and get their own salon.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I learned my best lessons, my best business working for my mom. But then I actually left my mom and worked at 2 other salons.
Yep.
And let me
Go
tell
do the
you,
work. Do the work.
because getting outside of my mom, because I worked there under her wing for so long, I was so much like her. I was a cookie cutter of her, you know. But having an opportunity to work for two different leaders,
Yeah.
and pulling on their strengths and seeing their weaknesses and
Right.
knowing what not to do.
That's right.
When I was able to actually go out and get my own salon, my mom was like, "You got it.
Yep.
I will be the silent partner. I'll be the silent partner. I'll
Because
on the
you took
salon."
that opportunity to learn.
Yes,
first.
I did. So, but
Yeah.
the learning,
Yeah.
and I definitely could have did it sooner. But
Right.
those lessons, and shout out to both of those salon owners,
Yeah.
Tony, Ifiani, Shirley Fleming. Yes, I learned so much
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah.
So
That was
no,
your
there
internship.
is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I learned so much from them, and I was able to get paid while learning.
Mm-hmm.
As an entrepreneur, you're actually losing money
Right.
sometimes learning these lessons.
Trying to go to classes or look, go and learn this. Go get the systems.
I'm with
go
it,
get
Kia.
the playbook.
I am
go
with it.
and learn and get experience, and then you can build your empire. But if you're trying to build your empire and you're still trying to learn and you're still
Figuring it
trying
out.
to do and you're
Figuring
still
out
trying
everything along the
right,
way.
it's about how do you get economies of scale? How do you go step change versus just getting a little bit better
Itching
at
your way up,
yeah,
itching your
a
way
little
up.
bit better
Yeah.
at a time. And so that I love entrepreneurs. I have so much respect for entrepreneurs. You're the FP&A person, you're the finance person, you're the HR person,
You marketing,
right?
you
Your
payroll,
yeah, you payroll, you all of
you
those
HR,
things. Yeah.
like you every single
It's
department.
different. It's different challenges. In my space, as an executive woman, Black woman in corporate America, you can imagine, right? The challenges to get there, and I'm still climbing, right? This is not where I want to end up.
Like, this is not the
This
ceiling.
is
This
not
is not
the
the
ceiling.
ceiling.
No,
No.
there's more. There's more to get. But there's different learnings, right? And so now I'm in real estate as well. So now the roles that I had in sourcing and the negotiations that I had to do on behalf of the company, I'm using those same skills to negotiate for my clients who are the deals that we're getting are unheard of, right? Because I've had a chance to learn those things in the workplace. So they partner with each other. I know we're not talking about family, but
No, we
We're
all
having
over the
good-
place. It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. All I have to say is it's just the tip of the iceberg. She has a wealth of knowledge. Khia will be talking about more than family at the Fearless Female Retreat. She's really going to be talking about facing your fears. That is the real thing.
yes.
This young lady has lived all over the world. Literally.
Yes.
Different continents.
Yes, different
So,
continents. Yes, ma'am.
taking a leap of faith, facing your fears, actually leaving your family, even living in the United States and living
Right.
in different states and hopping around and finally getting settled in
Right.
Texas. But
I think in 12 years, I had lived in 9 places
Yeah,
in
that's a lot.
12 years.
that's a lot.
And when I started to count it back, I'm like, wow, I was moving around a lot. But in 2 continents.
Yeah, a lot of movement.
Yeah, a lot of
But that
movement.
took a lot of faith.
Right.
Like again,
Yeah.
like this not the final stop. This not the final stop. Like this is not the final stop.
This might not be the final.
This one may not
This
be.
might, no, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Houston is home.
Is it?
I like Houston.
I'm not surprised if you. I'm trust me. I'm not surprised.
I keep
you
coming
pop
back.
up.
I was in Houston. I moved over and came back. So Houston
I wouldn't be
is
surprised if you pop up and left though, for
Yeah,
real. Like because
yeah.
the only thing I think it may keep you stable.
my family's here now.
Yeah, you didn't make everybody import. You didn't import everybody to Texas. They gonna be like, no, you didn't move to New Jersey.
Exactly.
Like what?
So yes, my
Yeah.
family is grounded here.
That's
Houston
why.
is
That's the
home.
only thing that's gonna
Yes.
keep you here.
Yes.
But again, guys, Khia, follow her on Instagram. She is a realtor. She didn't say that. She was she slid
Yes.
into it a little bit. But
Yep.
what's your real estate page on Instagram?
It is still Khia Chuck.
Okay.
Yep, Khia Chuck at Khia Chuck, and he's displaying it right now. So find me there. I would love to support you. Share anything that I can. I love fearless females. I love seeing us push past our fears.
Yes.
And really go after it. And so happy to connect.
Well, thank you for coming and sharing. She'll be back in September.
That was
Don't miss out.
fast.
Yes, all the time. All the time. That 30
I look
minutes go
forward
by
to
like
seeing
this.
everybody.
Bye, guys.